All right, we're back. Heat 1, MX versus ATV, 125 Dream Race, hosted by MXO Sports and presented by none other than Vital MX. Minute and 24 seconds to go. B Class Heat 1, just about ready to get underway. Stacked lobby. SB Weaver, Zamiria Zooted, Justin Plays, Brocktastic 115, Big Woji, Bush, Latte, Supreme Flashes, Mr. Student Your Beans, ZKJ, Benny the Bull, all ready to duke it out here in Heat 1. Top 5 transfer to the main motos. 6-lap heats. Guys are ready to throw it down. Absolutely stacked lobby we got going on here. Ready to throw it down. Let's get it going. Just under a minute to go before that gate drop. Can't wait to see these guys duke it out right now. We got the one and only Tin Man 92 aboard that horrible looking Husqvarna. I know another guy who rides those pretty consistently. Observer. Things aren't very good, but I mean, to each their own, you know. Benny the Bull, number 23. Got to get him a different number. Oh wait, no we don't. I'm looking at a different class. Benny the Bull is number 23 aboard that Yamaha, so yellow plates looking sick aboard that Yami. Very nice, very nice. SB Weaver, 9th fastest qualifier aboard that Husky. Ready to put himself into the main motos. Doubling that Loracco's lead, nothing wrong with that. Zamiria Zooted. Remember, he tried qualifying for the Loretta Lynn's Online Championship. So, good to see him back here. Thank you guys for tuning in to the stream, showing some support, watching these guys throw it down. Gonna be pretty sick. Stacked B-Class Heat 1 lobby. Ready to get rolling. Look at all them yellow plates. Let's see it. Except for 429, gotta get him on board with that. Not sure what 429 is, but we can check it out after this race gets going. Brocktastic on that inside gate. We're gonna spectate him. Not too bad of a jump for Brocktastic on that inside. Looks like ZKJ, Justin Plays, and SB Weaver, some of the heaviest hitters in this B-Class, quickly up front, but Brocktastic as well. Great jump by Brocktastic, sitting in 4th off the start. Number 17, aboard that Yamaha. Looking good. Lap 1 out of 6 for these guys. Zamiria Zooted. That is the number 429. Got to get him on that number 3 with the yellow plate if he qualifies into the main motos. Brocktastic currently holding down that final transfer spot here in Moto 1 with Zamiria and Bush. Latte quickly making work of him. Brocktastic falling back. Justin Plays and ZKJ out front right now going up the Monza wall. Inside, Justin Plays outside. Both riders looking super fast in this opening lap. ZKJ with a tremendous run through that corner. Ooh-wee. Very nice. ZKJ absolutely launching the finish line. Nearly making the pass on Justin with that move. still out front. We're going to take a look back. Battle going on between Mr. Steal Your Beans, 7th fastest qualifiers, Mr. Steal Your Beans. He is a competitor of ours that we had competed at the Loretta Lynn's Online Championship as well. Did very solid. I'm not exactly sure what he ended up, but had a solid ride there. Now joining us back here at the 125 Dream Race. So good to see Mr. Steal Your Beans back here competing with us. But the trouble continues for Broptastic. He started off super great inside the top 3. Now finding himself in 9th, struggling. Mr. Steal Your Beans now in 5th. Made the pass on Bush Latte. Make our way back towards the front if we can. SB Weaver in 3rd. Zamiria 4th. Supreme 7th. ZKJ now out front, so it looks like he's made the pass on Justin Plays. Justin Plays still close behind, only about 1.6 seconds as they come through that finish line that last lap. These riders now on lap 3 out of 6. So ZKJ out there killing it. Trying to get that Heat 1 win. ZKJ signed up for the C class, ran his qualifier, absolutely killed it, so we little forced to bump him up to the B class, and obviously, you know, looks like we made the right move with this guy because he is out here killing it in Heat 1. Currently leading the way, the ZKJ beating Justin Plays, who many of the viewers know right now is a pretty solid rider here on the Xbox console. So ZKJ strutting his stuff, showing him what he can do here in the B class on Xbox. Interesting line right there, hitting that triple. Pretty sick. Moving on to lap 4 out of 6. ZKJ coming through the finish line with Justin Plays 3.3 seconds behind him. Justin Plays in 2nd, still keeping ZKJ close. Number 9 of SB Weaver holding it down in 3rd. Mr. Steal Your Beans in that final transfer spot. Looks like he's got about 5.5 seconds over 6th, so he's got a little bit of breathing room. No worries there for Mr. Steal Your Beans as of now, as we are on lap 4. Bush Latte trying to push forward. He's your 15th fastest qualifier. Having a pretty solid ride here in Heat 1, but definitely going to want to try and get back up to Mr. Steal Your Beans to reclaim that final transfer spot and go straight into the main motos. Benny the Bull back in 9th, number 23. Weaver 3rd, not too far behind Justin Plays. Big Wojie in 8th, number 21. Out here having some fun in this Heat 1. Zamiria Zooted, 4th place right now. Looking super solid as of now. Looks like he's going to be going straight into those main motos if all continues to go well. So we're going to have to make sure that we get him on board with the numbers. Got to run that number 3 and the yellow background. So we'll be sure to contact him after this race and get that moving. But solid ride so far here for Zamiria. 4th place right now in Heat 1 of his B class. And it looks like out front, Justin Plays has closed the lead just slightly on ZKJ. SB Weaver still hanging in there in 3rd, just 5 seconds behind. Solid ride by him too in this stacked B class lobby. stellar ride by ZKJ. Not too many problems here as he goes up the Monza wall. 6th place, Supreme flashes. So Supreme's moving his way towards the qualifying spots, but I'm not sure if he's going to have enough time as we are halfway through the 5th lap. He's got Busch Latte right on his back fender. So definitely got some pressure going on for Supreme. Looks like Justin has caught ZKJ and has passed him. So Justin plays on the move right now here in Heat 1, making the pass on ZKJ as they go onto the 6th and final lap here in Heat 1. ZKJ trying to fire back and reclaim his #1 spot. But Justin plays is gonna hold his line and keep it moving. ZKJ gonna get that reset. Ooh, ZKJ, OTB, baby. That hill claimed a couple guys yesterday on the PS4 side of the tournament, so definitely be wary of that. But it looks like SB Weaver and SB Weaver's going to go down, just as I was about to say. He was being super consistent. Managed to catch up to ZKJ, but scrubbed too hard, and off the bike he flies. So, as of now, ZKJ getting a pretty solid run through those rollers, catching up to Justin just a little bit. Only a couple corners left. We'll see if ZKJ can make that pass back on Justin Plays. Going to be close coming here in the finish. Who's going to take this Heat 1 win? ZKJ with the pass after Justin Plays. Cases the lead. Oh, ZKJ going to slightly cut the track. I think he might have still had it either way. ZKJ is going to take that Heat win. Either way, both riders would have made it into the Heat, so no worries there for this one. But yeah, we'll get a quick rundown of the leaderboards once this race is over. We'll have to get Zemiria on the single-digit number grind. We need to get him on the #3 with the yellow background, so we'll message him. A great ride by all those guys. I believe it was Mr. Steal Your Beans taking 5th. ZKJ managing to just edge out Justin Plays on the last lap, taking that Heat 1 win. 2nd, Justin Plays. 3rd, SB Weaver with a very consistent heat. Zemiria zooted 4th, and 5th, taking that final transfer spot, Mr. Steal Your Beans. Supreme, Busch, Latte, Big Woji, Benny, and Brobtastic all going to have to go to the LCQ. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back for Heat 2, so stay tuned. And we're back. Heat 2, Xbox side of the 125 Dream Race. Another burner coming up. Stacked lobby, ready to rip. We got Schmitty 312, Minnie and Julie. Dame for MVP, Dame Dalla. Moto X 207, MX Racer 196, Crazy Fast Z28. Cool Boy 655, Chody a boy. Gaffa. And CLB 24. A couple guys returning. Some guys that we know from the Loretta Lynn's Online Championship that competed us. CLB being one of them. I know Moto X 207. Schmitty did. Minnie and Julie also as well, I believe. Crazy Fast Z28. Chody a boy. Chota boy. Not sure exactly how to pronounce it, but we definitely got some returning competitors here with us today in Heat 2 of the B class. Ready to tear it up in just under a minute. So, Schmitty number 12. 12th fastest qualifier with a 138.88. Ready to rip it up here in Heat 2 and get his self into the main motos. Drop a comment in the chat. Oh yeah, Schmitty throwing the knack for the stream. He knows what's up. Drop a comment in the stream who's taking this one home. Let us know who's got it. Let me know if you guys hear game audio. I think I had it turned off for a second. I apologize for that. Should have bike audio back on. .30-second forward is up. Cool whip. 655 off the start. Let's see how he does. Decent jump, but gonna get swallowed up. It looks like we got tucked right under. Oh, cool whip, not bad start. 20th fastest qualifier, getting it done off the start. Gonna make a little bit of a mistake though. Get bounced around. Here we go. So, who's out front right now? We got Gaffa, Schmitty inside the top 5 right off the bat. 6-lap heat. Oh, but Gaffa's gonna go down. 6-lap heat, top 5, make it in this stacked B-class lobby. But right now, CLB off to a very early lead, ripping it up here on the opening lap. 14th fastest qualifier, CLB leading the way in Heat 2. Gonna go off the track though. Still holding it down, no problem. Chota Boy, second place, second fastest qualifier as well. So, definitely gonna be a top guy here in this B-class. Expect him to be inside that top 5 in the main motos as long as all goes well here in Heat 2. Looks like it is, so both first and second out here ripping, having some solid opening laps. Observer last again, not surprised. Schmitty holding it down inside the top 5. Gaffa just behind him. Oh, looks like a rider is stuck. MX Racer 196. Oh. Tough for MX Racer 196. Inside a transfer spot, gonna get bumped. Moto X 207 hitting that barrier. But it's gonna be the number 14 of CLB coming through in first, followed by Chody Boy. 8 is gonna be Gaffa in third, followed by the number 12 of Schmitty in fourth, and the number 16 in that final transfer spot is Moto X 207. Crazy Fast Z28 in 9th. Trying to put his head down and make his way into the top 5. Got a bunch of guys right in front of him, so definitely has a chance. Just got to run some consistent laps here on lap 2 of this Heat 2 in the B class. Minnie and Julie now in 4th. Looks like he made the pass on Schmitty. Schmitty still inside that top 5, so having a solid ride so far here on lap 2. Schmitty going outside, Minnie and Julie inside. Schmitty trying to find that momentum going down that straightaway. Solid ride by Minnie and Julie so far here aboard that Yamaha. Right now running in 4th, having a little bit of gap between him and the 5th and 6th place riders, so just got to stay consistent. He's going to be looking good to get into those main motos as long as all goes well throughout the duration of this heat. Dame for MVP. I believe that is previously known as Fuzz Saucer. Right now in 8th. Moto X 207 was inside a transfer spot, but riddled with some bad luck, now finding himself battling with Dame for that 6th place, trying not to fall back any more than he already has. Cool whip. Had a pretty decent start coming through the whole shot in 3rd, but has fallen back currently in 10th. Out there trying to stay consistent, run some solid laps, and see if he can make up any time. Gaffa. It's a newer name, not someone that I've seen around on the Xbox community very often. I'm sure a lot of the Xbox guys have known him for some time though. But obviously running very solid so far. Up in 3rd, battling with Minnie and Julie. So great ride by the number 8 Gaffa here in Heat 2. MX Racer 196, after getting turned around right before the leap, trying to make up some ground and battle back inside the top 5. He is your 6th fastest qualifier, so definitely a force to be reckoned with here in the D class based on his qualifying time, and he's going to take out a rider going down that hill. Got to do what you got to do if you want to make it into the main motos. Tough luck for that rider, but MX Racer 196 is on a move, and it looks like Moto 207 is as well. 2 super fast guys trying to make their way up to the rider in front of them. We're going to have to get ID on who that is, but it looks like CLB still leading the way, the number 14. Looks like a couple guys in the comments section called it. CLB out here ripping up this Heat 2 in the B class. Looks like he's got a pretty significant gap as well, so solid ride so far by CLB. Returning competitor here at MXO, raced the Loretta Lynn's Online Championship. Now back here competing with us at the 125 Dream Race, so good to have CLB back, ripping it up here, showing his stuff. Absolutely flying out here in Heat 2, 6.77 seconds ahead of 2nd place, and the number 2 Chody Boy, followed by the number 8 of Gaffa, the number 10 of Minnie and Julie in 4th, and the number 12 of Schmitty holding down that final transfer spot. But right now, CLB, all about CLB right now here in Heat 2, ripping it up aboard that Yamaha, having a solid ride, stellar ride to be exact. MX Racer 196 continuing to battle with a bunch of guys here in mid-pack, trying to find some ground and get into that top 5. I believe that's Schmitty just in front of him. No, it's Moto 207. So, Crazy Fast Z28 peeking his head in there too. Not sure what happened to Schmitty. I believe Schmitty was inside the top 5, but must have fallen back because he is nowhere in sight. He's not 3rd or 4th, so he must have had some trouble and lost a couple positions outside of the top 5. Big battle going on between Minnie and Julie and Gaffa. Good racing going on between these 2 guys, number 8 and the number 10, KTM and Yamaha duking it out. Minnie and Julie going to make a little mistake and allow Gaffa to make some ground up on him. Move forward a little bit. Crazy Fast in 7th. Schmitty in 9th, so Schmitty has fallen back. Schmitty did come through the last lap in 5th. Now finds himself in 9th. The struggling continues as he bounces off the banner a couple times. Tough luck for Schmitty here in Heat 2. Chody Boy in 2nd, holding it down. CLB still in 1st. And it looks like MX Racer 196 has finally made his way back inside that top 5 after some tough luck before Larocco's leap, getting turned around. Way to put your head down, stay consistent, and battle back. MX Racer 196 now in that final transfer spot here in Heat 2 of the B class. Got to stay consistent if he wants to stay ahead of the rest of the field behind him. Plenty of fast guys that would take that spot from him if any more mistakes occurred. MX Racer 196. Coming up on even more competitors, I believe that's Minnie and Julie and Gaffa. So MX Racer 196 definitely showing some speed out here in Heat 2, trying to make up more positions and gain a little bit more confidence going into these main motos. I don't believe 6th place is very close to him. We'll have to take a look. But yeah, we're gonna CLB clicking the laps off. One more lap to go for CLB, and he's gonna be your Heat 2 winner. Very solid ride by him, absolutely killing it out there on the Yamaha. Chody Boy, another solid ride in 2nd. Observer, last as expected. Nothing new there. 9th place, Schmitty having some troubles, crazy fast in 8th, battling it out with a couple guys in front of him. Minnie and Julie now 3rd. I believe he made the pass on Gaffa. Dame for MTV, MVP and Moto X battling it out for 6th. Doesn't look like they're very close to the 5th place rider. So unless the 5th place rider makes some mistakes, that's MX Racer 196. It's going to be tough for these guys to make any moves and get into a transfer spot. Moto X 207 battling it out. Cool Whip 10th. Gaffa in 4th, trying to make some passes back on Minnie and Julie. And another rider. Minnie and Julie now in 2nd, making the pass on Chody Boy. Chody trying to bounce back, reclaim his 2nd place spot, but it doesn't look like it's going to stick. Minnie and Julie having a pretty solid ride, coming from a couple positions back, now in 2nd. So Minnie and Julie pretty confident coming here in this B-Class Heat 2. But it was CLB taking that moto win. We're going to try and find him real quick. Great job to CLB. Moving straight into the main motos. Solid ride by him. Minnie and Julie and Chody Boy side by side over the leap. Looks like Chody Boy is going to make that pass. Minnie and Julie casing that leap, but trying to fire back, and it's going to be Chody Boy 2nd. Minnie and Julie 3rd. 4th, I believe, was Gaffa. 5th place, MX Racer 196. After some tough luck on the first lap, battles back and gets that final transfer spot. So we're going to give you a quick rundown. CLB taking a commanding and very convincing Heat 2 win, followed by Chody Boy in the 2nd, Minnie and Julie 3rd, Gaffa 4th, MX Racer battling back, taking the final transfer spot. Dame 6th, crazy fast, going to have to go to the LCQ, as well as Moto X 207, Schmitty, and Cool Whip, all going to the LCQ. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back for just that. Stay tuned. back. MXvsATV 125 Dream Race hosted by MXO Sports, presented by none other than Vital MX. Xbox B Class LCQ, minute and 23 seconds from getting underway. 10 guys and only 2 positions to go around. Who's it going to be? Moto X207 and Dame both had solid rides in Heat 2. Supreme Flashes also believe he got 6th in his heat. Schmitty 312 was running inside the top 5, but after some bad luck, now finding himself inside this LCQ. All you need is a start. Who's it going to be? 2 guys go, 4 laps. Absolute sprint of a race. You got to make it happen if you want to get in those main motos. Alright, 30-second board's up, ladies and germs. Let's get it rolling. LCQ B Class, Xbox console. We're going to spectate Supreme off the start. Not too good of a jump for Supreme. Going to try and duck to that inside, but gets bounced around. Oh, and Supreme is off the track. Supreme now sitting in nearly last. One of the favorites coming into this LCQ based on the stream chat. Now finding himself in the back of the pack. He's got his work cut out for him in this 4-lap LCQ. Not much time to put your head down and move forward. You got to make it happen quick if you want to get in. Only 2 spots transfer out of the 10 guys that are in this lobby. But right now, Bush Latte 4th. And it is Dame for MVP in 2nd. And just in front of him, Cool Whip 655. So 2 guys that maybe not really expected to be in the front of the pack here in the LCQ. Now leading the way and inside those 2 transfer spots. Only 4 laps and plenty of fast guys behind them. If they want to stay up there, they got to stay consistent. It's like Cool Whip. Cool Whip, I believe, got 10th in his heat. Now leading the way in the LCQ. Dame nearly going off the track, and he does. Mistake for Dame. Schmitty in 4th, one of the favorites coming in. Not too far behind, 2nd place. Benny DeBoll, 8th. Crazy fast in 7th, and just in front of him is Supreme. Looks like a couple guys going to case, but it is the number 20 of Cool Whip out front, followed by the number 21. Trying to make our way back towards the top 2 or 3 guys and see what's going on up front. Supreme in 5th, trying to battle back here on the 2nd lap. Only 3 laps to go. Bush Latte 9th. 2nd place is Dame still. Still in 2nd is Dame. Little mistake by Cool Whip. That's going to allow Dame to come up, but Dame's going to hit the banner. 2 mistakes by 2 riders out front. Who's in 3rd? Schmitty now making his way into 3rd. Moto X207 tucking under and is going to take Schmitty out nearly. Moto X, aggressive move, moving Schmitty out of the way, trying to make his way towards the front. Lap 2 out of 4. 10 rider race. Only 2 guys make it. Schmitty in 4th, just in front of him. Oh, Moto X, big mistake, hitting Dame, and Schmitty is going to go around both of them. Schmitty now going inside, but mistake by him. Bounced around. Schmitty down. Supreme now in 5th, trying to make the pass on Schmitty. 2 of the favorites coming into this LCQ, 4 and 5, and quite a bit of ways behind. 1st and 2nd, Supreme making the pass. Trouble continues for Schmitty. Battle for 2nd between Dame and Moto X is going to make the pass on the inside. Going through the finish, and Cool Whip is all over the place. Top 3, duking it out right now here in this B-Class LCQ. Dame trying to tuck under, but going to hit that edge. Lose a little bit of time. Moto X on the move. Repping that sick rainbow gear, number 16. And it looks like Dame's going to get reset. Moto X is not messing around. Eyes set on Cool Whip. Going to get in there, try and make that pass, and solidify his spot into the main motos. Moto X on the inside, carrying the momentum. We're going to go around Cool Whip pretty easily over that triple. Cool Whip's going to case it. Moto X is now your new leader. Moto X wants to be in those main motos. He is on the move. Cool Whip trying to hit that inside and reclaim that spot. Moto X is going to hold on to it, hitting that inside. Cool Whip 2nd. Supreme now in 3rd. Eyes set on Cool Whip with only about a lap and a half left in this LCQ. Big battles going on inside the top 3, top 4. And it looks like 4 riders, and I believe Supreme just got reset. So Dame and Cool Whip battling for 2nd right now. Moto X just in front of them. And Supreme firing right back very quickly. Supreme hitting that tabletop, making the pass on Cool Whip. Cool Whip, big mistake. Mistake by Supreme as well. Crazy 4-way battle for these 2 transfer spots. Moving on to the final lap here in this LCQ, we got a 4-way battle going on. Cool Whip now in 4th. Just in front of him is Supreme. Supreme eyes set on that 2nd and final transfer spot. We're going to try and get up to him. Moto X out front. Dame in 2nd. Supreme trying to make some moves and get into that final transfer spot. It's going to be close. Final lap. Only 2 transfer. Mistake by Dame. That's going to allow Supreme to come right up. Side by side going down the straightaway. Who's got the speed? Both riders over the triple. Not much time left for Supreme. Only about a little more than half lap to go. Oh, and Moto X is down. OTB he goes. That hill is claiming people. PS4 side, numerous guys over the bars. Xbox, same thing. You got to be weary of that. People going down left and right down that hill. Dame now finds himself in the lead. Supreme, final transfer spot. Only about a quarter of a lap left to go here in this LCQ. Supreme almost getting passed by Cool Whip. Cool Whip trying to fire back and get that spot. Dame sitting with a little bit of a comfortable lead. Only a few corners left and he's going to be good, as well as Supreme flashes. After an insane LCQ, the whole way through it is going to be Dame coming through. And Supreme in 2nd, taking that final transfer spot. Absolutely gnarly race between all these guys. Moto X had it covered. Over the bars he went down that hill. All it took was one mistake. Dame taking 1st here in the LCQ, and Supreme 2nd, taking that final transfer spot. Big mistake costing Moto X a transfer spot. So it's going to be him and the rest of the guys through to Big Woji are going to be done for the day. Thank you to all those guys for signing up and competing with us here at the 125 Dream Race. We hope to see you guys sign up for the Tricross coming up. But yeah, we'll be right back, and we're going to get Moto 1 rolling with this B class here on the Xbox. So stay tuned for that. Be right back.
Stream for the B mains and A class. Thank you guys for coming.
Moto 1 about to get underway here in the B class on Xbox for the 125 Dream Race. 12 riders, fastest B guys in the game, ready to get after it Absolutely stacked lobby. This is a terrifying looking lobby. Every single rider in here, so fast. Supreme, ZKJ, Dane, Zemiria, MX Racer 196, Chota Boy, SB Weaver, CLB, Minnie and Julie, Justin Plays, and Gaffa, and Mr. Steal Your Beans. Can't forget Mr. Steal Your Beans. Absolutely stacked. This is going to be a freaking dogfight until the end. Absolute dogfight till the end. Who is going to take Moto 1 home? Let us know. Absolutely stacked lobby. Awesome to see all these guys out here repping the B class, ripping those yellow plates. Only one winner though. Who's it going to be? "35 seconds to go. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? ZKJ was your Heat 1 winner with a close battle with Justin Plays. CLB, your Heat 2 winner with a pretty commanding lead during that moto. Chota Boy had a good race. SB Weaver, super consistent. All it takes is a good start and you're going to be pretty set for the rest of the race. 9 seconds to go. Get that guy off my screen. SB Weaver, number 9, ready to rip. CLB on that inside gate. Probably right where he wants to be. That's a great gate for him. 30-second board is up. 12 riders on the gate. About to go down. Who are we going to spectate CLB on that inside gate? How is he going to do? Pretty good jump off the start. Tuck to that inside. How's he going to end up? Second. Out of the whole shot. To his right, Justin Plays. The number 2, a Chota Boy with a magnificent start as well. Out front early here on lap 1 in this 10-lap main moto. CLB, arguably one of the fastest in this lobby. Right next to Justin Plays, who is another one of the fastest here. Side by side, ready to duke it out for the rest of this lobby. But where is Heat 1 winner ZKJ? We'll have to try and take a look for him. Dame in 9th. Battling with Supreme and Mr. Steal Your Beans just behind them. MX Racer 196, not sure what's going on with him. Minnie and Julie in 4th, solid start for him. Had a great time in his heat. Now sitting in 4th place here in Moto 1. 6th place, 7th is ZKJ. So, Heat 1 winner off to a rough start. Gonna have to make some moves if he wants to get towards the front. Number 1 on his back. Has the speed to do it, but can he make it through all these riders? SB Weaver, super consistent in his heat. Now getting passed by ZKJ. Gaffa, another very consistent rider in his heat, sitting in 9th. Rough start to his Moto 1. Zemiria, 6th. Nearly takes out SB Weaver. Chota Boy getting passed by Justin Plays. So the number 5 coming through the finish line in first, followed by the number 2, a Chota Boy, just 0.6 of a second behind him. Followed by the number 14, a CLB in 3rd, the number 10 of Minnie and Julie in 4th, and the number 1 of ZKJ in 5th, finding his way inside that top 5. CLB coming quick down that ski jump, trying to get around Chota Boy and keep Justin Plays in his sight. Justin Plays definitely a top dog coming into this race and showing why as he leads the B class here on lap 2. Justin Plays continuing to open up that gap here on lap 2. And ZKJ Quick work of these guys. ZKJ coming into the picture right away and SB Weaver down. CLB 24 losing a position to ZKJ. Nearly 3 riders going over the launch pad at the same time. CLB struggling a little bit, hitting that banner, going to lose a position to Zamiria Zooted. Great start by CLB. Struggling a little bit here on lap 2. Got to find that consistency again and start pushing forward and picking off people. He wants to stay in the running for this championship, but Justin Plays is coming through the finish line in first, followed by the number 2 Chody Boy. ZKJ in third. Head down, pushing forward, trying to make it happen. Fourth place is the number 14 of CLB, and fifth is the number 10 of Minnie and Julie. ZKJ inside, making that pass on Chody Boy. Can ZKJ put his head down for the next 7.5 laps, 8 laps, and catch Justin Plays and take this Moto 1 win right from him? Take a look at what's going on behind. It looks like Minnie and Julie losing a couple positions. Zamiria Zooted going around him. Plenty of riders right in front of him, though, if he can find that consistency and push forward. Plenty of positions to be made up. Dame, who was your LCQ winner, now sitting in 10th. Your 4th fastest qualifier. Having some troubles here in Moto 1, but CLB pushing forward, trying to get Chody Boy back. CLB inside. Chody Boy going to bounce out, and CLB is going to take that 3rd place spot. Going up Laraco's leap. Justin Plays coming through in first still. 4.3 seconds behind is ZKJ. 7 seconds behind Justin Plays is CLB. 4th is going to be the number 2 of Chody Boy, followed by the number 3 of Zamiria Zooted in 5th. But Chody Boy trying to clap back to reclaim that 3rd place spot from CLB. Nearly does it, but CLB is going to hold on to it down the straightaway. Take a look at our leaders. What's going on up front? Justin Plays still holding down the number 1 spot, coming over that triple. How far back is ZKJ? I have a feeling we have a great battle brewing here in the B class. Mr. Steal Your Beans, 7th, having a solid ride. Plenty of guys in front of him to make some passes on as long as he stays consistent, trying to get around SB Weaver. Steal Your Beans outside, Weaver inside, going down that straightaway. Fourth place, Chody Boy. Getting passed by Zamiria. Zamiria 4th. Just in front of him is CLB. CLB nearly hitting those barriers. Going to lose that position to Zamiria. Take a look out front. 2nd is ZKJ. Has he made up any more ground? This lap came through last lap 4.3, 4.7, I believe. Either way, it looks like ZKJ is slowly clipping some time off on Justin Plays, inching closer and closer every lap. B-class riders now on the 5th lap out of 10. ZKJ doing everything that he can to try and catch Justin Plays. Both riders absolutely hauling out here in the 1 and 2 positions. Gaffa struggling a little bit towards the back of the pack, now in 11th. And it looks like Gaffa has pulled off. Supreme Flashes also looks like he's pulled off. Not something you want to see. Definitely could have been a position for some other guys to have. But we're going to keep moving forward. It looks like Zamiria in 3rd. Chody Boy 5th. So your 2nd fastest qualifier. Was in 2nd, struggling just a hair, making a couple silly mistakes. Now in 5th, battling with SB Weaver. Still half of the race left for Chody Boy to make some ground up and try and bounce back overall having a pretty solid ride. He's got 2 riders ahead of him to make some passes on. SB Weaver trying to come on the inside of Chody Boy, and it looks like he might be making that pass stick, and he does. Chody Boy making a mistake, going too far inside there. Zamiria and CLB continuing to battle it out for that top 3 spot. Back up to the leaders. What is the separation now? 3.2, so about 0.2 of a second ZKJ has gained since last lap, moving on to lap 6. Both riders running nearly the same pace, but ZKJ currently the fastest rider on the track right now, pushing for Justin Plays, trying to track him down and take this Moto 1 win from him. Both riders staying super consistent, so hard to make up ground, so hard to pull away. Both riders riding absolutely stellar races. ZKJ absolutely on rails right now. Minnie and Julie falling off the pace, was inside that top 5, now in 8th, making that pass on a rider, going over that triple. Dame in 6th, so solid ride for the LCQ winner. Now in 6th place on lap 6. CLB, mistake, getting reset, battling with Zamiria Zooted. Looks like Zamiria making a mistake too. SB Weaver in 5th, having a very consistent ride. Eyes set on CLB, trying to push forward and make that pass. Justin Plays still coming through the finish line in 1st, moving on to lap 7. And it looks like he's lost a little bit more time again to ZKJ. Not enough to make a huge difference. The ZKJ continuing to run the faster lap times and move forward towards Justin Plays. 4 laps to go. Can ZKJ catch up and make that pass? ZKJ flying down that hill. Minnie and Julie in 9th, losing a position again. Dame still in 6th place. CLB in 4th, just behind Zamiria. SB Weaver close to CLB too. CLB coming on that back fender. Zamiria trying to make the pass back. Both these riders going back and forth so far this race. The entire duration. SB Weaver trying to keep the guys ahead of him in his sights. Justin Plays still holding down the 1st place spot. Coming through the finish line again. 3.0 seconds separating him last lap, and only 1.74 separating him after that, moving on to the 8th lap. So ZKJ well within range to possibly make a pass. I'm going to try and get his point of view. Looks like Zamiria has fallen back to 5th place, and SB Weaver has made that pass on him. Supreme in 10th. ZKJ in 2nd. Mistake by ZKJ, bouncing from outside to inside. Doesn't look like it cost him too much time. Both of these riders on rails right now. ZKJ having to come from the back of the pack as well. Horrible start. Now finding himself only about 2 seconds behind the leader. Couple mistakes, so that's going to allow Justin to open up a little bit more of a gap. as we move on to lap 9 here soon. ZKJ airing that thing out. Moving on to lap 9. Justin Plays has extended his lead just slightly. Minnie and Julie in 9th. Dane still in 6th, battling it out with Chota Boy. Looks like Chota Boy is gonna make it. Stick. Chota Boy now takes over the 6th place spot. CLB still holding down 3rd. No sign of Weaver or Zamiria Zooted. As of now, CLB out here running his own race, trying to put down some consistent laps as this race comes to a conclusion. Looking to have a solid finish here in Moto 1. SB Weaver in 4th, not too far behind CLB. Gonna need a mistake out of CLB if he wants to get around him. Overall, very consistent ride by Weaver here in Moto 1 of the B class. Back to the front, Justin Plays, coming over the launch pad. Getting ready to move on to the 10th and final lap. Justin Plays coming through that finish line. Moving on to the 10th lap. 2.87 seconds ahead of ZKJ. ZKJ hasn't been able to make up too much time over the course of the last 5 laps. So it's going to take a big mistake out of Justin Plays if he wants to take that win. Mr. Steal Your Beans now sitting in 9th. Chota Boy 7th. A couple mistakes must have gone down. Lost a couple positions. Chota Boy going from the front of the pack to about the middle. Tough to see that. Gotta minimize the mistakes if you want to stay towards that front. Zamiria 5th. 10th, Supreme. ZKJ still in 2nd. Minnie and Julie in 8th. Dame in 6th. Eyes set on Zamiria. So Dame, LCQ winner, is going to make the pass on Zamiria. Solid ride so far for Dame. CLB, very solid ride, battling it out with Zamiria, SB Weaver, I believe Minnie and Julie at one point. So overall having a very solid Moto 1, sitting in 3rd right now. Stays consistent the rest of this race, he's going to be sitting on the podium, setting himself up pretty good for the championship in Moto 2. Overall solid ride by CLB here in Moto 1 of the B class. SB Weaver 4th. Justin Plays in 1st, going over the leap one more time here in Moto 1. And it is going to be Justin Plays, the number 5 aboard that Yamaha, taking the Moto 1 win here in the Xbox B class. Start to finish, leading the way. Pressure, though, by ZKJ. He'll be their 2nd moto, ready to fire back and try and claim that overall here in the Xbox 125 Dream Race. Great ride by both those guys. CLB with a very nice 3rd place. And we'll have to get the rest of the guys when they come through on the leaderboards. So, Justin Plays with a very solid ride. Taking 1st here in Moto 1, followed by ZKJ. Keeping him honest all race. CLB in 3rd, very consistent. Solid ride, battling it out with some guys taking 3rd. SB Weaver 4th, Dame 5th, 6th Chota Boy, 7th Minnie and Julie, 8th Steal Your Beans, 9 Supreme, 10 Zamiria. Not sure what happened to Zamiria as he was in 5th on the 2nd to last lap. So, and then Gaffa 11th. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back for Moto 2. So stay tuned. Alright guys, we're back. Moto 2 B-Class, MX vs. ATV, 125 Dream Race hosted by MXO Sports and presented by Vital MX. Absolutely insane. Moto 1 here in the B-Class, with Justin Plays taking first with a close second of ZKJ, keeping him honest that whole race. Very consistent ride by CLB taking third. SP Weaver fourth, and Dame, your LCQ winner, taking that fifth, top 5 spot. 35 seconds to go, and we're going to drop the gate here at Moto 2. All right, Moto 2 B-Class. Who's going to take it? Who's going to take it? Justin Plays going to go 1-1. ZKJ going to find himself with a better start and go 2-1 and take that overall. Whereas CLB going to come take a 3-1. Get a little luck from ZKJ and Justin Plays and take that overall. Or we're going to find another Moto 2 winner. Let's spectate. Mr. Steal Your Beans off the start. Not a bad jump by Mr. Steal Your Beans. Got that inside line. Got a tuck under. Doesn't pay off too bad. Mr. Steal Your Beans inside the top 5 right now off the start. Where are our top 3 from Moto 1 right now? Looks like Justin Plays in 4th. Justin Plays getting thrown off the track. Moto 1 winner. Now towards the back of the pack. Not sure what's going on with SB Weaver. ZKJ, much better start. Already in the lead here on lap 1. Going to be very, very tough to catch him if somebody does not make a move on him right now. Supreme and Mr. Steal Your Beans flying down that hill. Side by side. Gaffa in 4th. Looks like ZKJ losing a couple of positions, and Justin Plays your Moto 1 winner. Right behind ZKJ, making the pass on him and making it stick. So, Justin Plays getting thrown off the track, going down the ski jump, able to bounce back very quickly. Now in 2nd already, maybe even 1st. Justin Plays, little mistake, looks like he's going to lose a couple positions. Who is that out front? That is Mr. Steal Your Beans. Nope, it is Supreme Flashes. Supreme Flashes coming through the finish line in 1st after 1 lap. Now moving on to lap 2, followed by ZKJ. ZKJ trying to make a dirty move and stick it to him. Nearly gets him. 3rd place is the number 8 of Gaffa, followed by the number 5 of Justin Plays. And I want to say it was the number 7 of Mr. Steal Your Beans in 5th. ZKJ back to the lead. Trying to steal this overall from Justin Plays. Where is Justin right now? Chody Boy had a pretty good race in the first moto. Struggling here in 10th in the 2nd. Just getting around MX Racer 196. Dame for MVP in 6th. LCQ winner finding himself towards a pretty solid spot here in Moto 2 already. Justin Plays in 2nd. And I believe that is ZKJ out front. So, our Moto 1 winner and our 2nd place rider from Moto 1 now swapping positions, but Justin Plays now taking over 1st place after a huge mistake by ZKJ. Moto 1 winner Justin Plays back out front with the lead. going to try and run away with it and take this championship here at the 125 Dream Race. ZKJ hitting that inside with some speed. ZKJ going in, going to try and maybe hit him. No. Clean racing so far between these two top guys. Justin Plays out front. What happened to ZKJ? Supreme was in first, coming through on the last lap. Looks like he has fallen back a little bit now in 7th. Plenty of guys ahead of him, though, to make some passes on. 5th place, CLB. 3rd in Moto 1, now in 5th. Oh, and CLB is going to take a digger. CLB down, now in 7th. Tough start to CLB's Moto. Gaffa in 4th. Absolutely ripping right now. I believe he had some troubles in the first Moto. But definitely trying to get some redemption here in the second. Now running well inside that top 5. Going super solid, but Supreme trying to come back. Take that spot right from the number 8. MX Racer in 10th. Mr. Steal Your Beams bounce around between the top 5 and 7th. ZKJ and Justin Plays, the battle continues. Great racing going on between these two guys. Number 1 and number 5. Moto 1 winner. 2nd place in Moto 1 was ZKJ and Dame for MVP, now in 3rd. LCQ winner. Inside the top 3 and trying to challenge for 1st place. Great battle going on between all these guys. ZKJ inside, Justin outside. Oh, ZKJ nearly gonna go down. Dame trying to make that pass. Nearly does. Insane battles going on here in this B class. Dame with the momentum. Gotta stay low over that triple. Takes the 2nd place away from ZKJ. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd all separated by only about 9/10 of a second. Number 14 of CLB in 4th, close behind, as well as the number 11 of Supreme Flashes. Great racing going on, and Dame almost going 3 wide through that corner. ZKJ, Dame, and Justin Plays. Great battles going on with these guys. ZKJ can get around Dame after a slight mistake. ZKJ going to go inside. Yes, he does, followed by Dame. Taking it from Justin Plays. Dame goes down. New leader, ZKJ. Justin Plays trying to fire back, and he does, going inside. ZKJ, slight mistake, gonna scrub off the side of the track. And CLB, your 3rd place finisher in Moto 1, hot on the trail of ZKJ, and he's gonna make that inside stick, making the pass on 2nd. CLB with a fire in him, trying to make his way towards the front. One of the best races we've seen all weekend. Xbox B-Class guys absolutely hanging it out here at the 125 Dream Race at Redbud MX. CLB going to hit that barrier, going to cause him to lose a little bit of time. Justin Plays, meanwhile, opening up a slight gap of about 2 seconds. Top 5, all within 6 seconds of each other. Great racing going on between these guys. This is for the overall. ZKJ not losing sight of Justin Plays, not even slightly. Gotta keep him in his sights if he wants to be there to make that pass by the end of the race. Justin Plays, no slouch, of course. Not going to give that 1st place position up easily. He wants this championship. Can he hang on to it? ZKJ getting the line on the inside. Bouncing out. Riders switching sides. Both riders going nearly side by side over the launch pad. ZKJ slowing down, hitting that inside. He seemed to work for him quite a bit. claims that first place spot over Justin Plays. We have a new leader. Justin Plays firing back quick with a mighty scrub going over that tabletop. Great battling going on between these two. CLB still close behind, followed by the number 4 of Dame. The number 11 of Supreme also close behind, only 9 seconds down. 6th place is going to be Mr. Steeler Beans, followed by the number 10 of Minnie and Julie. Justin Plays opening up a slight gap over second, getting a little bit of breathing room, can regroup, take a little breather, start hitting his lines a little smoother. Take a look at some other guys. Mr. Steal Your Beans battling it out with Minnie and Julie for the 6th place spot. Overall, great riding so far by Mr. Steal Your Beans today here in the B class. 7th fastest qualifier coming into this race, holding it down here in 6th place in Moto 2. A couple guys in front of him within striking distance. Continuing his solid ride could result in an even better finish by Mr. Steal Your Beans. MX Racer 196 lagging out in Moto 1, now sitting in 8th, trying to battle it out for 7th with Minnie and Julie. Gaffa now in 10th. Started off the race super well, up in 4th, struggling a bit, falling towards the back of the pack. But it looks like ZKJ. Oh, ZKJ over the bars. Also getting passed by CLB. Big mistake by ZKJ. Had the lead. Losing 2 positions after that mistake. The way they run now, Justin Plays take the overall going 1-1. CLB would take 2nd overall going 3-2. ZKJ taking 3rd overall going 2-3. Couple more laps to go. ZKJ looks like he's starting to make a bunch of mistakes, losing a ton of time. Hit that inside pretty well, and CLB is down. These riders are all over. Chody Boy 9th. Minnie and Julie 8th. Dame in 4th. Now getting around. I believe that was CLB maybe? Justin Plays still out front. Supreme 6th. 4th place is CLB. So Dame has made the pass on CLB after a couple mistakes by the number 14 on the Yamaha. Back to the front, ZKJ has reeled in. Justin Plays once again trying to steal that overall right from under him. Less than a second separating the two. Justin Plays, ZKJ duking it out for that 125 Dream Race overall here on the Xbox side of the championship. ZKJ taking that Heat 2 win. Justin Plays taking the Moto 1 win. Who is going to come out as the victor here in Moto 2 and claim that overall? ZKJ getting a nice scrub over that tabletop, bouncing outside. Both riders leaning back, trying to find as much traction as they can, and Justin Plays is going to get reset. New leader, ZKJ. I believe Justin might have just made another mistake. ZKJ now leading the way here in Moto 2. Does not look like Justin is very close anymore. I believe he crashed again and lost even more time. Moving on to lap 9. ZKJ out front late in Moto 2. Justin Plays close behind. Got to bounce back and try and reclaim that #1 spot if he wants to keep that overall. Looks like he has lost sight of ZKJ just slightly. Dame with a solid ride. Third here in Moto 2 so far. Looks like he's got a slight gap over the #7 of Mr. Steal Your Beans. CLB falling off just slightly. Still close behind though. Right behind Mr. Steal Your Beans. We'll take a look at him. It looks like Minnie and Julie's in 8th. Shody Boy 9th. Mr. Steal Your Beans now in 3rd. Great second moto from Mr. Steal Your Beans. Dame trying to fire back. Take that 3rd place spot back from him. Looks like Dame's gonna get launched off the track and saves it. 6th place, MX Racer. Solid, consistent ride for him here in Moto 2. Where is CLB? CLB 24. Making the pass on Mr. Steal Your Beans after a reset. Both riders side by side over the launch pad. CLB now has his eyes set on the 3rd place rider. Moving on to, I believe, the 10th lap. ZKJ continuing to open up that gap that overall looks to be starting to slip away from Justin Play's hands. Not much time left to make a move. Need a big mistake, a big crash out of ZKJ if he wants to keep that overall. Come through the finish line at ZKJ, Justin Plays, followed by the #4 of Dame, then the 14 of CLB, and the #7 of Steal Your Beans. Shody Boy 9th. Out front, leading the way here on lap 10. Only about half a lap from claiming this 125 Dream Race B class overall. Over the leap. Big whip by ZKJ. First in Heat 2. Just getting edged out by Justin Plays in Moto 1. And ZKJ not giving up all the way to the finish. Taking that Moto 2 win in the Xbox B Class 125 Dream Race overall. Great job to ZKJ putting his head down. Solid ride by Justin Plays. Dame and Mr. Steal Your Beans along with CLB all having great rides. We'll have to get some confirmation on positions here shortly. And it is going to be ZKJ taking the Moto 2 win and the overall, followed by Justin Plays in 2nd. CLB going 3-3 with a very consistent solid ride, bouncing back. Dame 4th. 5, Mr. Steal Your Beans, followed by MX Racer in 6th, Supreme in 7th, Minnie and Julie 8th, Shody Boy 9th, Gaffa in 10th. That concludes our B-Class races here on the Xbox side. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the A-Class. So stay tuned, and we'll be back.